Hey everyone, it's February 27th. That means that if today is your birthday, you share it with William Patrick Fyfe, a Canadian serial killer known as the Killer Handyman, and that is him right over there. Fyfe killed at least 9 women, but may have had as many as 25 victims. Born in Toronto in 1955, his father left home when he was a toddler, so the two never had a relationship. By the age of 3, he'd been pawned off on his aunt to raise, but more details about his childhood are very hard to come by. He was married at one point, though it's unknown exactly when that began or ended. What we do know is that Fyfe worked for himself as a handyman, performing odd jobs for homeowners across Canada as he moved frequently as a young man. His first brush with the law came in 1977, and over the next few years, he racked up convictions for breaking and entering, theft, kidnapping, pretending to perform a marriage, libel, and attempted poisoning. Fyfe had a drug problem, and that likely led to at least some of his criminal behavior, though I don't think you can blame all of it on drugs. He moved to Quebec to seek treatment for drug addiction and stayed to provide counseling to others with the same problem before moving to Barrie, Ontario, which is roughly 400 miles from Montreal. Described by others in recovery as someone that was generous and involved in the community, he also would harp on those he mentored about being overweight and having bad habits. But Fyfe had the worst habit of them all: murder. Beginning in 1979, he would make the trek to Montreal, use his role as a handyman to gain access to the homes of women who were home alone, sexually assault them, and brutally stab them to death. Because he was driving a work truck, no one thought it was unusual to see a man leave these homes, and he got away with it for decades. He was caught in 1999, a year in which he claimed 4 victims. Fyfe slipped up and left a fingerprint at the scene of his last murder, and he was arrested at a rest stop a week later. He initially confessed to murdering 5 women, crimes for which he was convicted in 2001 and sentenced to life in prison. A few years later, he brokered a deal to be transferred to a facility in Saskatchewan in exchange for confessing to another 4 murders. Fyfe is now confined at a psychiatric hospital, and only he knows for sure how many other women died by his hand, though he is a suspect in as many as 16 more murders. He's also strongly suspected of being the serial rapist known as the Plumber that terrorized Montreal in the 1980s. If you learn anything from me, let it be this: the next time you have work done at home, make sure you're not there alone. If this was your birthday, I hope you had a great day. If you know somebody whose birthday it is today, send them this video so they can find out all about their birthday twin. And to William Patrick Fyfe, I have to say, happy birthday, you bastard.